What up, collectors? P Rockzilla with another review today. And today we're going to be looking at Threezero, The Walking Dead, Rhee. Now, Glenn was a very well-loved character in this series and in the comics. One thing I did enjoy was the fact that they actually did kill him off the same way he died in the comics at the hands of Negan. You know, when he got hit in the face with a bat, eyeball sticking out. That was crazy. I mean, I loved it that the show did the same thing too, and they gave the comic justice. But if you notice, that's kind of the downfall of the show, because once he died, they got a lot of flack from people who were supposedly fans who don't never read the comics but only watched the show, were upset that Glenn died. But that's the way he died in the comics. It made it dramatic. This, especially in the scene in the show where he actually did get hit with the bat from Negan, eyeballs popping out and everything. It was just like the comic, and that was an amazing scene. It hit my heart. You know, I knew it was coming, but still seeing it in action, it kind of hit my heart a little bit because Glenn was a cool character. You know, he was with Rick the whole time. He was like Rick's main man. He's the one who basically saved Rick in a way. So I know it was kind of hard seeing him go, but at the same time too, it was a good thing because, you know, it followed the comics. But after he died, if you notice, normally like every season, one or two main characters died in the show, but that kind of stopped when he died because it wasn't a surprise anymore. No characters were actually getting killed, and it just kind of messed with the show for me. But I still watch it. You know, the season going on right now is actually really good, and it kind of, you know, branched off another Fear the Walking Dead series, which is another series that's pretty good, and hopefully we'll get some characters from there. But yeah, man, I'm excited to have this figure. Like I said, I just recently dived into the Walking Dead series. I'm happy I'm gonna get Rick soon. I'm gonna try maybe get Morgan pretty soon, and I have to get Ezekiel. Kind of mad he doesn't come with the tiger, but I can make something work with that. But anyways, let's get the review started. Dale. Right, so let's take a closer look at the box like I'm doing most of my reviews. Just like Carl, you basically got the clear glossy letters. You can kind of see when the light hits it better. Got the picture of Glenn, the actual actor who played him. Here we go. The Threezero logo, based on the AMC TV series Walking Dead. In the back, we got another picture of Glenn. And then below here, you got the infamous Threezero official sticker, the cereal bar, all the information you have here. That's it. Take a look at the top, and then you can actually open up the shell. You got a nice picture of Glenn there with the gun that he comes with in the figure. And then we have Glenn here. So that's just a quick look at the box. Now, time to get him out. All right, so once you get the figure out the box, this is what you normally would get. I just removed the shell from the top. So let's take a closer look at the figure. Let's get him out of here. All right. Let's take this. I'm going to take a quick look at the face sculpt, the head sculpt. I like the way the hair is sculpted in. They did a pretty good job with the hair. That looks just like his hairstyle. I'll say the face too. That resembles Glenn perfectly. You can see the little details, like the little marks on his head, scars and scratches. That's well painted. Take everything off of him. Now, one thing I kind of did notice right away when I was getting him out right here already, you can kind of see the skin color from his arms, and his hands don't match perfectly. It's kind of like, even the peg, you can see the peg there. That's kind of a ugly eyesore, but I'm pretty sure you can get away with somehow posing them to not show that peg there and on the wrist. But the hand does, like, if you see actually it does blend a little bit better together. It's just that peg, you can see that peg real good there. All right, so let's take a closer look at the rest of the body. There we go. And this right here is a pleather material. So, you know, you're going to have to treat that before you get them posed up. And it looks like the buckle does unbuckle here, so you could make some adjustments to it. You can either take it off completely, or you could basically just make it tighter, make it looser. Under his belt, he does have another pleather belt here, under here, as you can see. He does have the shirt under there. The button looks like, I'm not sure if this is, yeah, you could unbutton this shirt too. There's like a little button right here, you can see real good. There actually is a button there. And then, let me just move this down a little bit more. He has a shirt under there. He has some like another t-shirt on there. So he has 3 layers. The tank top. Yeah, so I wonder if I could take the shirt off and have him pose with a tank top on. I'm curious. All right. He does have his sheath for his blade right here also. As you can see. That's also pleather. He has the brownish pants. And if you look at the boots, boots are pretty detailed too. They like the way they look. The weathering's nice. You can see they're worn. They're not brand new boots. And if you put that up, he doesn't have any socks, but you can see his ankle. The shoelaces are sculpted. Those look nice. He does have some tread on there. Some of the tread's worn, as you can see. He's walking on different canvases. Excuse me. The figure does look nice. He moves good. Looks just like Glenn. All right, so let's see what he comes with. Oh, this is a little dented in there, so it's going to be a bit of pain in the butt to open up, but we got it. There we go. Let's put that to the side. Let's get this to the side. And let's see everything he comes with. So, here we go. We have 2 trigger hands. Left and right hand. That's for holding the gun. Let's get that out. Then we have two semi-closed fists. This is more like it for holding the knives. I know there's a deluxe edition that comes with like a walkie-talkie. No, not walkie-talkie. I think a walkie-talkie and the watch. I didn't want to get that one because like I said, I'm just jumping into this line. And to me, that wasn't worth the extra money. I mean, I'm a fan of Walking Dead, but I'm not a hardcore fan that I needed every single piece from the show. So that was an easy pass for me because it wasn't worth the extra $20, $30. Then we got the 2 closed fists. Look at the detail. You can see the veins on his hand. But yep, got the infamous. Let's get some dap hands. Comes with 2 extra pegs. Every Threezero figure, well, every Threezero figure comes with the pegs because they're known for having the pegs get stuck in our hands when you pull them out. So he does come with the knife. It's not die cast, but it is painted well. You can see the weathering here on the handle. So that looks nice. And I can sheath into his side. And he has the handgun. Oh, look, that's nice. It does cock back. That's a nice feature. Same thing, not die cast, but it's painted well, so it looks like metal. A little bit weathering on the handle too. All right. Then he comes with the big boy. Oops, sorry. Here we go. Let's get this. He comes with the big boy here. So this does extend. This is nice. Hard plastic, but looks good. And then he comes with the clip. You can see the bullets inside the clip. That's good. That's good attention to detail right there. A lot of times you see some figures that come with the clip, but you don't actually see the bullets in there. So that's nice. All right, let's use this knife to get the rest of the stuff out. All right, so he does come with a scope that you can attach to the machine gun. Although you can actually see through it, that's nice. That's a cool feature. So as you can see, you can actually see through the sight. That's nice, that's good. That's attention to detail. They didn't have to do that, and they did it. That's a good extra. Here's another accessory for the gun. Once I get into the detail, I'll basically, this is like the difference. You can do 2 different scopes. This one, just like the other one, has the clear glass. And then you have the extra, grip for the gun. This is going to attach to the front portion of the machine gun. All right. So now we got everything here. I'm going to take a quick second and let's get him, along with everything else that he comes with, all set up. And I do want to attach some of the attachments to the machine gun. So we'll go over that real quick. We'll go over the articulation, and then I'll basically equip him with all his accessories to see how he looks. All right, so the scopes click in right, they attach right here. So unfortunately, he doesn't come with instructions. The only thing he comes with is a typical Threezero warranty sheet, which is a nice, good thing Threezero does. They cover your figure for a year from the day of purchase, or actually the day it got delivered. So when I was looking at the pictures online real quick, and then even from the figure, it shows the scopes being attached right here. Let me just take this out real quick. So you can clip them off and clip them on anytime you want, but they basically go over here according from the pictures I've seen before. Then the handle, the extra handle for more stability, can be clipped onto any, if you look real close under here, you're gonna see these little pegs there. You can basically pick whichever peg you want to put it in. So you basically just attach it right into there. Okay, I just had it before. There we go. So you can clip it onto there. And then the clip goes right into here. And then you can actually extend this right here to kind of put it against the shoulder when he's trying to shoot. And there you go. You get the machine gun. You get the action going on here. I love that. I've been down to do that already. This is nice. I like the way this feels. It has a good weight to it too. But it feels pretty durable. So if I drop it, I don't think it's going to break. So then you get the gun. And the gun will go right here into the shoulder piece. I'm sorry, across his chest right here. I just want to see if this opens up. I'm not sure if that opens up. But I'll get that on there after I do the articulation. Then the same thing right here. The knife will go in here, into the sheath right there. All right, so let's go articulation real quick. Now, one thing I did notice from right away, at least on my figure, I'm not sure if anybody else has the same issue. Not really issue, but the same thing going on with their figure. If they do, let me know in the comments below. His head is a little loose. When you try to put it down, see how it just goes right back up. So he's kind of loose in the head. Not sure. It's fully pegged in, so it's not out the peg. Seems like that's just the way it was designed. Like from the side, it's not. You get some resistance, so it's not bad. But just going forward, as you can see, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Si puede, si puede. All right. So that's the only thing I've seen issue so far. So let's go to the arms. So you can go. Got a ratchet on the shoulders. You can go up to there. You do get some restriction in the armpits from the shirt. And then we can move it down. Arms go forward. As you can see, just basically the shirt restricts it a little bit. So that's probably as far as you can go. You can go a little further. Let's see on the other arm. Same thing. I can go forward that much. Actually, the only negative about that I see is basically the sleeve comes up more and you can actually see that peg more. So that goes that far up. You can readjust the shirt to bring it down more sleeves. Let's see how much of a bend we get here. So I think, it feels like they did it again. I think the arm underneath is seamless again, because it feels like it has that, you can hear the ratchet bend on the elbow. But I do feel the plastic under there, the hard plastic for the seamless arm, crunching up there. So yeah, there's a seamless arm under there. I don't know why you do that when you could just basically keep the regular arms, because you're not going to see the damn joint. I would rather have like a regular arm with the joint there instead of a seamless, because I wouldn't have to worry about keeping them posed for a certain way for periods of time and causing damage to that arm. Anyways, good articulation there. Let's see if we got, he can go back that much. He's not going to win you any limbo contests, but that's all right. He has a good forward ab crunch. That's a good ab crunch there. It can go pretty back. The legs, they can split. You can bunch up his pants up a little bit. You can probably get more of a split action going on here. So I feel like the legs can go further up. You can do more of the Van Damme split. But it's just the pants kind of hinder it a little bit. As you see, he gets to high waters when he tries to do the split. That's the main problem with skinny jeans. Well, these are not really skinny jeans. All right, so the leg can go. Let's go this. Let's do this leg right here, so it doesn't have the thing in the way. You can do the Hulk Hogan big boot. So I can go that far back. Let's see if we go back. Can't really go back. I don't feel any chance to go any further than that. The knees, you get a decent amount, almost 90. Again, it feels like the pants are hindering it from going the full 90. Because I do feel like there is more give on there. You can go there. Let's try the other knee. Same thing. Yeah, see, you can go higher. It's just the pants. The pants right there is restricting the joint right there where you get the portion where the pants bunch up there, excuse me. The legs, it's not split boot design, so unfortunately you don't get that. You can twist it. Barely any pivot side to side. If it's like a softer plastic, so you do get some leeway a little bit, but can't really get any pivot side to side. You can twist it around. All right, let's get this knife on him. And you can put this in right here. Let me see. All right, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna put this down real quick and just get this accessories on him. It feels kind of tight in there. There we go. There we go. You just gotta work it a little bit, I guess, because the paint and the pleather's kind of stuck together when I got mine. So you kind of gotta just wiggle this a little bit open to kind of get that open, and you can slide the knife right in there. I don't think this is unbuttoned. It just looks like it's pretty stiff in there. The little peg, the little button there for the holster. So I wonder if I can get this in there without causing any damage to it. Because it seems like you could loosen it from the back here. You can see back there. It seems like you could loosen it back here. You can't get it focused in there. But I'll mess around with that. And then I'll take the, actually I'll show you real quick. Let's see if I can take the peg, the hand with the peg not coming off of it. See? This is the thing with the Threezeros. A lot of them do this where you pull the hands out and the peg comes right out. So you have two options. You can either use the spare pegs they give you in the package to use the other hands, or you can test your might and try to pull the peg out by hand. A lot of times they come out by hand, but sometimes you might have to get like a tweezer. Not a tweezer, like a pliers to kind of pull it out, or you can just use your teeth. So if you don't want to take that risk, then you normally use the second pegs they give you. All right, so let me just go ahead. Let's take one final look at Glenn's face. Looks like he's looking right at me, man. I like that face sculpt. Looks nice. Looks just like him. All right, guys. So let me just freaking Mess around with this holster, get the gun on there. I'm gonna mess around with the pegs. I'm gonna see if I get this peg off the hand real quick. If not, I use the spare peg. I like to keep the spare pegs in the package. That's something I like to do. And we'll get them posed up and do a size comparison and get my final thoughts on Glenn. Before I do the size comparison and get them posed up, I do want to talk about one thing real quick. So it looks like the strap does not come out from the back. I was trying to pull it lightly from the back and it was not budging. And at least, like I said, I could be wrong. If someone else experienced something different on theirs, let me know. So the button doesn't open either. So in order to get the gun, this is like a pleather, but it's like a real hard pleather. So it kind of like, I don't know, it feels different from the pleathers I've dealt with in the past. But what I had to basically do was basically squeeze the gun in here and kind of move this piece above the latch here. But as you can see during the process, it scratched up a little bit. Some of the pieces, you can see real close right there. Some of the pieces of the leather material came off already. I mean, maybe I should have cut my nails before I did this review, but I barely touched it with my nails. It was more of rubbing against the gun. So just be careful with that. I don't mind that. It kind of gives it more of a weathering look. So it's nothing bad. Just give you guys a heads up on that right there. And then another cool thing is the hands are real rubbery. So the gun fit in with no problem. The trigger went in there, no problem either. So this is a good, this is a bad. But this could be, avoided if you just want to be more patient with it. I was trying to squeeze it in there more. I should have just opened this a little more. But like I said, it doesn't bother me. It's something small. Gives it more of a weather look. So yeah, all right. So let's get them posed up and do a size comparison. And we'll talk about my final thoughts. Right, so here we got Glenn posed up. I was able to swap out the other hand. I had to go the route of basically using my teeth to pull the peg out from the hands. Came out no problem, no damage to the peg. So that's a route you can go without worrying about any damage to your figure. So I like the figure so far. I mean, he does look just like Glenn. And I like the accessories he comes with. The gun is very nice. All the attachments you can put on the gun. You can do a bunch of customization to the gun. The knife is nice. The holster is a little thing that kind of sucks for the gun. The head, the fact that it kind of bobbles a little bit down when you move kind of like try to put it down to his chin to his chest, is a little pain in the butt. But it doesn't, take away much from the figure. He looks like Glenn. And he looks nice. He poses good. He's good articulation for the amount of clothes he has on him. He is a little tough to stand. It took me a little time to get him standing there because since the boots don't have much articulation, he was kind of leaning back a lot. So I had to kind of do a little adjustments there, here and there. So all in all, he's a good figure. He's a good addition to my Walking Dead collection. I like the way he looks. Iconic character from the series. So if you're a Walking Dead fan or even just want to collect the figures, you have to get Glenn to kind of add him into the mix for the figures. Let me just try one thing real quick. I just want to do one quick adjustment while I do this real quick, just see if this makes it look better. All right, there we go. All right, so now let's do a quick size comparison. So let's bring in, of course, my favorite Star Wars character, Boba Fett. So you can see how tall he is compared to Boba Fett, how they stand next to each other. And then, of course, we gotta bring in his Walking Dead brethren, Coral. Here we have Coral. Right there. Now, Coral does seem a little taller. Let's move Boba Fett a little more than he should be. I know this is the Carl from a different season, so he is a little older and bigger. But I'm not sure if this is the right size for the two figures. I think Carl should be a little bit shorter. But they look good together. They kind of match up fine. Let's just do one more adjustment to this. I can kind of get his boots in there. And then, of course, I had to do another Threezero comparison with another figure from the Threezero line. And this is the figure that everybody says I sound like. So I figured I might as well add him. And here we go. Hey, Adrian. And there we have the Threezero Rocky. I'm sorry. Everybody confuses me with Rocky. They always say Rocky. They always want me to say Adrian. I'm sorry, the Threezero Rock. Like I said it again, Threezero Rambo. So here goes Rambo right there. These are all Threezero figures except for Boba Fett. He's the Hot Toys figure, but you can see a good size of all the characters right there and how they fit into your collection. You know, sometimes you want to make sure that your shelf is tall enough or you have enough space in your DTOF. So you get an idea if you have any of these figures and you want to pick up Glenn of how big he is. And last but not least, we got to bring him in. And it is Godzilla. Yeah. Let's put him right here. So that's another size comparison right there. You have that Godzilla statue. And this is a nice cast right here. Threezero, I mean, to me, I know this is a figure that came out, if I recall, I don't know if it came out this year or late last year, but to me, man, this year Threezero's killing it, man. They're like my second favorite line from 6 scale next to Hot Toys. They have a good variety of figures, and they, you know, hit or miss with the face sculpts, but a majority of the times the face sculpts are awesome, as you can see from these guys right here. They all look, that looks like Sylvester Stallone. That looks like Glenn. That looks like Carl. Boba Fett, of course, that looks like Boba Fett. And Godzilla. That looks like Godzilla, just a little dustier. But yeah, so if you're on the fence with this figure, I would say it depends if you really want him. If you like Walking Dead, he should be in your collection. I wouldn't recommend the deluxe edition, unless you're a hardcore fan and you want the 2 extra accessories he comes with. To me, like I said, it wasn't worth it. He's fine just like that, because I wouldn't even pose him with the little walkie-talkie or to watch. It's more of just like something for a memory, for a certain scene. But I would say get him if you're going to be collecting the Walking Dead figures. I know currently, I think he may be sold out maybe at Toy Store. There's other sites that you can actually get him at. But he's a cool character. I like the way he looks and the way he came out. One other thing also is, as I was posing him, you are going to get a lot of fabric, loose fabric falling down, like falling off of him. So don't be afraid of that. That's normal. Nothing got damaged in the process. But yeah, man. So I hope you enjoyed the review. Please hit that subscribe, hit the like, click the bell notification so you can get notified for my other reviews and my streams coming up. And share this, man. Share it with your friends. Share it with your Walking Dead fans. All right, people. As always, have a good one and be safe.